Now, National Bandana Day takes place tomorrow on the 12th of October. Now, it was started to create awareness about the need for bone marrow donors, and today we wear our bandanas not only to show support for those suffering from cancer, but also to remind people out there about the importance of registering as a bone marrow donor. Now, of course, this could quite simply just save a life, one of the most important things that you can actually do as a human being, and it did. Today, we're joined by survivor Kerry Abrams and patron of the Sunflower Fund, Suzanne Ackerman-Berman. Great to have both of you here.
Thank you.
And thank you for taking the time to join us.
Thank you very
Looking
much.
lovely. And Bob and Bella also looking lovely in their luminous green and pink bandanas that they're wearing very bravely.
No,
now,
they're bold.
I think they're looking very good, and it's a bit of a fashion statement, isn't it? I mean, look at the pocket square. You know, how amazing is that?
Yeah.
Kerry, I want to talk a bit about your story. You were affected by one of the most aggressive forms of cancer, leukemia. And tell us a bit about how you were diagnosed and what you went through during that time.
Okay, when I was diagnosed in March 2011, I'd been feeling fluish for a day or two. On the third day, I actually went to casualty to have a malaria test. I'd been in Zambia a couple of weeks before. The malaria test came back negative, but the doctor revealed that there was something drastically wrong with my blood counts. I was transferred by ambulance to another hospital, where 3 days later, following a bone marrow aspiration, I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. I spent 3 months in isolation, undergoing 2 rounds of chemo. The toughest part of that whole ordeal was not seeing my children and losing track of my life as I knew it. After that, I eventually went home for about 3 weeks to prepare for the next round of chemo, which was the third and hopefully final. Following that round, I was in remission, and I was told that I would need a bone marrow transplant.
Tell me about that. I mean, it's as if an angel was sent to your rescue.
Absolutely.
Tell me about how you went about it. How did you find a marrow donor?
Okay, I was incredibly fortunate to have found a donor in a very, very short space of time. If it wasn't for the bone marrow registry and the fact that I had access to international and local donors, I would never have found my donor.
Wow. Wow.
So
and I mean, this is something we talk about. It's a very acute process where it has to be a kind of a precise match in a way. So what would have happened if the bone marrow registry wasn't there and you weren't able to find a donor?
Absolutely. With leukemia, most sufferers, a bone marrow transplant is the only option. So without the registry and the access to worldwide and South African donors, you know, the survival rate is very low.
Wow. It's incredible, and thank you for sharing your story with us. We are so happy and blessed that you are here with us as a result of that. And Suzanne, tell me about your involvement as Pick and Pay and as an ambassador and a patron for the Bandana Day and the Sunflower Fund.
Well, Kerry actually summed it up. It's because of the lack of donors on the bone marrow register that the whole organisation was started about 11 years ago by Tina Buerta. Started the Sunflower Fund, specifically aimed to raise awareness to get people's names on the bone marrow register, because it's a dreadful disease. And Kerry, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the one disease that is ethnically based.
Yes.
So as much as I'd love to donate to you, I couldn't, because I don't think you're a Jewish white South African.
Wow.
Yes.
No,
so
I'm not. That's very true. I was just kind of thinking, but that's actually quite poignant.
And that is the key of the problem in this country. So Kerry has roots in Europe.
Yes.
And although we searched on the bone marrow register for a match for Kerry here, there was no one who would match her.
Wow.
So we need to build the register, and the simplest way is to sell a bandana at Pick and Pay so they can go out into the public, test more people to come on the register and increase the base.
That's incredible. Kerry, tell me about, having gone through what you did, how would you encourage people out there to become part of the bone marrow registry and register themselves as potential donors?
It's very simple. They need to get in touch with the Sunflower Fund, and basically it's a simple blood test. Once you've had that blood test, you put on the register, and only if and when somebody needs, somebody is a match, or you are a match for somebody, would they then call you? And it's also a very simple process to donate your stem cells. It's not invasive. It used to be many years ago, but it's a very simple process now.
Well, Kerry, thank you very much for being here with us and sharing your incredible story. And I hope that the kids love having you around, that you're spending a whole lot of quality time with them.
Absolutely.
And Suzanne, thank you very much to you too.
Thank you, Katlego.
And indeed, if you are looking to become a donor, then you can contact the Sunflower Fund on toll-free number 0800 12 10 82, or you can visit their website, www.sunflowerfund.org.za. And you can also support them by buying your bandana at your nearest Pick and Pay store. Do it today and support this very very worthy cause. Right now, we move over to Leigh-Anne. I mean, Leigh-Anne, how proud do you feel now, having heard these stories, and now we're wearing our bandanas? How proud do you feel about that?
By supporting the Flower Valley Conservation Trust, that's where we found goodness. Pick and Pay, always there for you.